licensed assistants from the international team, KJ Choi, Mike Weir, Geoff Ogilvy, and Camilo Villegas in no particular order. I'll ask each assistant a question each before opening up to the floor. We'll perhaps begin with, to my far right, Mike, question for you. Just maybe give us a summary of what the mood has been with the international team over the last few days ahead of these matches this week.
Sure. Excuse me. The mood has been great. The guys are very enthusiastic. We feel they're up for the challenge. Their games look great. There's a great buzz in our team room. All positive things. So I think, coming here, I think you guys know that we were here a couple weeks ago. We got to get together and see the golf course a little more, and the guys bonded, and there's just a great energy amongst the guys. There's a good mix of young and old, mostly young. But, we're very excited, and the guys are very pumped to get started tomorrow.
Cool. Camilo, your first time here as assistant captain. Perhaps just give us an indication of what you've tried to do with this team here this week, along with your fellow assistants and Captain Immelman.
Well, obviously, is it on? Hit the button. There we go. Well, first things first, it was an honor when Trevor gave me a call. It's great to be here with these guys, and first things first, I'm trying to learn. It's my first time. I had a chance to play on this team, and it's been a fun ride. Trying to learn, trying to support, trying to get these guys motivated. It's a very special week. Try to tell them how special they are, and we're going to have a great week. I'm really looking forward to it.
Moving along to Geoff. Geoff, your third time as assistant captain for Trevor, and you've played the President's Cup 3 times previously as well. Just give us an overall impression of what is the challenges ahead for this team as you guys try to turn the tables on the Americans?
The challenge is, I don't know, we got to win 15.5 points against a really good team. Ernie did an unbelievable job last time. I think we got a little bit of momentum out of it. I mean, we've got 8 new players, maybe more, this week coming out here. But it's a perfect year, I think, for a really sort of fresh, young team. Everyone's super excited. I don't know. I think we learn a little bit every single time. We learn a few things out of Royal Melbourne, and we've been excited ever since. I mean, Trevor, it's been a 3-year gap because of COVID, but the chat group's never stopped. Communication's been great. Trevor's been an incredible captain to this point, getting everyone excited and getting it all organised. We're just excited to get going. It feels like you wait a long time to get these things started, and just happy to be here, and we just want to get it going.
That's good. KJ, we have 4 Koreans here in the team for the first time, which is a record for the international team. How proud are you, being a fellow Korean, to see so many of your country golfers playing in this edition of the President's Cup?
Yeah, definitely. It's 4 guys is fantastic. 2003 is just me in South Africa. Very difficult. Now it's Richard together and practicing and information and then everything together. And Tom Kim is the youngest in the President's Cup. And the last couple of months, and then the 4 guys is getting better and strong in the swing and mental strength and everything. This week, I'm very proud is international team. So many times and see the player is a good minds and then ready to tomorrow. So today a little bit practicing is more comfortable.
That's good. Okay, we have some mics running. If you want to raise your hands, we'll get the mics to you. We'll start off with Rex over here.
Geoff, you mentioned what Ernie did in 2019. Trevor mentioned it yesterday. Adam actually referred to it as kind of a line in the sand. Are there any specifics that you can talk about as what he actually did to kind of instill that team spirit?
I think the shield, is pretty important. I think it was often hard for us to sort of have an identity, bringing so many different cultures together in the same place. The first year was great. This is the second time. It's more and more recognisable. People are starting to buy the merch. There's kids growing up around the world looking at that saying, I want that on my shirt one day. I think that's really powerful. I think you might underestimate, but I think it's a really powerful thing. Sort of we represent the rest of the world. That's a lot of people, you know. And he's just an inspiring, I think that's very important, and he's just an inspiring guy. Like, he did a lot with the tour to sort of get our team a little bit more respected in the whole show, like to step up the level of the whole thing, of the President's Cup for us, to excite. The players are so excited, and you should see the looks on their faces when they went in the hotel rooms this week and when they come in the team room and stuff. This is like something they've never seen, and Ernie really, really stepped it up in all those respects. And he's a commanding presence, Ernie, you know. When he was talking last time, we were listening, you know. There's a lot of golf wisdom, one of the best competitors we've ever had on this team, and in golf, really, in our generation. So there was a lot of wisdom and there's a lot of respect for Ernie, and him and Trevor, I know, had lots and lots of chats. Trevor was there last time, learning it all, and he's just taken the ball. I mean, he started working the day after we got home. He got home from Royal Melbourne, I think, to how can we do this better and how can we just continue on. So I think he just, it's more than anything, he's just given this team an identity and given international kids something to aspire to, you know.
We'll go Doug and then Todd.
For Geoff or KJ, can you give us the best Tom Kim story of the week?
Tom is a very younger player in the young age. He's out of countries, many Asia and Australia, New Zealand and Thailand. Many experiences, many different grasses. His mind is very the young, but very is quality. Is talking about, and then team make it very, you know, opportunity more, and then more strings, and then strong mind, very fun. And then team is we need, you know, very cute. So many talking. He is very positive, and then many people globally reach out and combine together. It's a friendship. I love it. So I'm, you know, the fourth time in the it's Ulster's captains this year. Us player, very, you know, different minds, more friendship, is a more different language. But he's good English, better than me. He's more better, you know. The last 15 years ago, is you know, not much came into the younger player and the Korean, but now it's more than in the 7, 9, 10, you know, more the bigger. And I'm starting the America 30 years old. It's a very difficult English, but younger guys is already out of country and then already experienced in English study, you know, many things. That's why the more friendship with, you know, comfortable in the play, everything. So this week very fun. Is we watching, you know, you guys is more in the big game this week.
I got a good Tom Kim story, pretty short too. So we're on 12 today, and he makes a mistake doing simple math there. So I look at the kid and I said, "Tom, is that a college math?" He looks at me and goes, "Dude, I didn't even graduate from high school."
Todd.
Hey, KJ, right here. Not only, as you mentioned, Koreans are comfortable out here on the PGA Tour now, but they are succeeding. Why is that happening? And why are Koreans having so much success on the PGA Tour coming from your country here?
You know, I don't know. 25 years ago, many Korean people go there, America, and they can't be in the beat in anybody. So English is so bad, and then hitting ball not too good, and the distance is not too good. You know, a little different thing. I'm in 1987 IQ Islands World Cup golf. I play Davis Love and Justin Leonard together in the us team in Korea. A so good experience. It's I know I try a little bit more. Okay, in America PGA Tour, I did it. Later future, and then 5 years, my study in the later and the trying to good in the PGA Tour cards. And then now is a mindset. Okay, KJ is a young man, is an older brother, and I did it. Okay, we can go. We possible. And the more practicing. So now is 23 years. As many follow me or many and research in the PGA Tour and the more information, more technical in the play, more strength in the body, and the more eatings, more information, so more technical, better than me. So anyway, I'm very proud of my younger player. He's a Korean guy. He's Asian, except many people good in the strengths in the goal and the mentally and the better. So I love it. As a more supporting together is we future is a more better player coming. So I like it.
Okay, we've got our next three over on this second aisle here.
Hey, Mike, you said in Melbourne that the President's Cup has been some of your best memories in golf. You've played in 5 and now coaching in 3, and there's been no wins over that span. So what have you gotten from it, even in defeat, sort of as a person and competitively?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things there. I think personally, the relationships you build, the friendships you make, there's a bond there when you're on a team, you know, in such an individual sport. So when you get to this chance 1 week every 2 years to, you know, see familiar faces and bring in new people and meet them, and especially with our diversity in our team and the different cultures, to tap into that and form those bonds personally is very rewarding and very satisfying, especially when you get to my age. It's great. On the playing side, you know, just some of the things that boosted my career. You know, my first President's Cup, you know, feeling do I belong? You know, it was my first one, my second year on tour, getting out there, getting thrown in there with Nick Price, who I looked up to, and playing well and playing the singles and beating Phil Mickelson in the singles, my first one. And then going on and the memories, playing with Geoff and KJ, Camilo, and the different little stories that we have that we maybe don't share with you guys, all the things, but that we have to kind of hold on to those memories are always special. So I think there was plenty of times in different President's Cups that there may have been a little sign of hope to my game that parlayed into good play going forward. So those are things that are always important. And you see that throughout on both teams. Guys play team events and then they play very well right after. So there's been some little boost to my career after playing President's Cups. Yep.
To the back. Yeah. Yes.
Question for anybody who is in Melbourne. You talked about things that Ernie Els did a little bit differently, and it felt like statistics was a big change, including putting together some pairings that were paradoxical or you wouldn't expect based on cultures or whatever. It was very successful. Do you think that is the mindset the same this time? Is there more reliance on stats, less in terms of the pairings, or how has that changed in 3 years?
Yeah, there's no doubt we that's a factor, and there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of that's why we have a team and we have all the captains and we discuss all those things. And you know, if I can again relate to back in 2000, my first one, the captains would say, "Well, you guys look good together. Let's go out there." It's evolved. I mean, sports has evolved. Obviously, analytics has evolved, and so yeah, that's part of the factor that we use, and it's an important factor that Ernie used, and we still do.
More prominent or less prominent than 2019?
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Was that?
Exactly.
Can't remember.
And then just a quick nuts and bolts things. Do you expect, with the picks today, do you expect the Americans to defer the first pick?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. That would be out of character. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think either way it's fine with us, obviously. But just for me to chip in, I I don't know. Probably won't, but if they do, that's fine.
Okay, we'll go to Alex here, and then next will be Havon.
Hey, Geoff, this is for you. It's very difficult, I would think, to follow a legend like Ernie as a captain. But in talking, in some of the statements you've made so far about Trevor and some of the statements that Adam had made as well, there seems to be a lot of thought that he's actually taking it to another level. Could you give some examples, maybe just short examples of what he's done differently or what he's doing now that really is taking it to another level?
I don't know, my cart's really fast. Have you seen our carts are really nice? I don't know, if you haven't ever been in these teams and been in the rooms, not to throw anything out there, but there's just all these little nuances, and we can't really explain why. It's just it's just feeling more and more and more like we've got an identity and we're a team, incredibly organised. As I said, the chatter and the communication used to start like the week before the tournament, like 10 Presidents' Cups ago, 8 Presidents' Cups ago. Now it's, as I said, it never stops. We've had groups the whole time. We're all in the loop. The captains, we were organised really early. Camilo's a great addition. We were all pumped about that. It's just the communication, the organisation, and his passion for this job has been fantastic. And he's so he's been so well positioned because he's out here every week, actually getting paid to watch the golfers play, So it's a perfect role to sort of stay in touch. They all know him. He's very sort of current for them. But yeah, I've just got such a strong identity now, and it's getting stronger, and the communication has been nuts, and the organisation's really, really good. And my cart's nice.
We'll go to Havon next.
This is for KJ Choi. You are been assistant captain for 3 times in a row at President Cup. Can you tell me what's the difference since you started and how you can contribute more this year? You can answer in native language. 제가 한국말로 말씀드릴게요. 프로님 지금 3번째 프레지던트 컵에 어시스턴트 캡틴으로 하고 계시는데 처음에 하셨을 때랑 어떻게 달라졌는지 지금이랑, 그리고 어제 말씀을 잠깐 해주셨었는데 조금 어드바이저하는 롤이 많이 더 늘어났다는 말씀하셨는데 거기에 대해서 좀 설명 좀 해주시겠어요? 한국말로 해주세요.
Yeah, you guys, sorry, we talk about in the Korean.
Perfect.
아무래도 지금 이제 횟수로 6년이 지났으니까 많은 선수들이 기술도 좋아지고 또 영어도 좋아지고 또 PGA 투어에서 오래 선수들 뛰고 있기 때문에 다른 선수들하고도 이런 관계가 좋고, 그래서 굉장히 그 팀에서의 역할이 우리 한국 선수들 굉장히 크고, 그다음에 각 나라에서 모인 선수들의 어떤 언어의 문제도 있지만 제일 중요한 거는 팀을 위해서 뭐든지 움직인다는 거, 이런 게 전에하고 많이 달라진 것 같아요. 그래서 이번에 프레지던트컵을 준비하면서 제일 중요시했던 게 관계를 잘하는, 그래서 게임에 팀 게임을 잘할 수 있는 이런 걸로 신경을 많이 쓰고 있어요. 그래서 저 역시도 그런 데 신경을 많이 쓰고 선수들이 부담 갖지 않게 프레셔가 좀 덜하게 하는 그런 역할을 잘하고 있습니다.
Adam?
I'd like to start with Geoff, but if anybody else wants to follow up. Geoff, you have a good story or example of just how much Adam Scott burns to win this event?
No, I mean, not really any stories, but surely it's quite self-evident. I mean, I don't know how he is with you guys when he comes in here, but he really, really wants this. Can you imagine? I mean, it sucks to lose these things, You've seen us mope in here and mope out of here, and you see how fun it is for the team when they win. It's not very fun to lose these things, and he's done that 9 times. He was at the tie. But yeah, it's brutal. So you're just compounding sort of frustration, And as Weezy said, you build up such incredible relationships and friendships and connections with the people you play teams with, and he was starting in the era with Nick Price and VJ and Norman, and he's all the way through here to this team, which is it's just 2 really big generations, and he's gone through. He just wants to win it for everybody that it's like he wants to win it for everybody who never got a chance to win one, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you quantify all that, but yeah, I don't have any stories, but he wants this really bad. He's kind of the fifth assistant captain, you know, like he's the captain of the players, if you like. You know, he's been here the longest. They all leaning on him. He's great with experience. He's putting his arm around all their shoulders and sort of making sure they're all having a good week. And yeah, I don't know. Clearly, he wants it really, really badly.
We go to the next one here.
Okay, this is for Camilo. Camilo, what are your thoughts about Latin golf comparing to many years ago when you debuted on the PGA Tour, and now that we have two Latinos players, you are a vice captain, and we have two caddies on the team. What's going on? What is happening through the years? And if we are expecting a Latino duo this week?
Well, first things first, it's great to have Sebastian and Mito here. They're a great addition to the team. My brother on the bag, me as an assistant captain. I think it's an honor for Latin golf. And I think the game is going the right direction. I think the PGA Tour has done a great job with the PGA Tour Latin America, giving opportunities for those guys to move on to the Korn Ferry Tour. And you've seen it. You've seen how there's been good players being developed and just believing in themselves. I think it all starts with belief. That's what I tell these young guys. Now we have a Nicolás Echavarría that just got his tour card from Colombia. So that's another great thing. So when we talk about Latin America golf, I think it's moving in the right direction. Once again, it's an honor to be here with all those guys. And I've always said that I love helping the younger generations. I've been very fortunate to do this for a long time out here. Enjoy the process, learn, and man, like Weir said, have so many great experiences. So I'm not a selfish guy, and I want to help everybody just accomplish their dreams. Playing golf for a living has been the game of golf has given me so many more things than I thought it was ever going to give me, and why not? Why not more Latin guys moving up?
A Latino duo this week, Mito and Sebastian?
We'll talk about that Sunday.
Here's another one for Camilo. First Latin American to become an assistant captain, so well deserved. Congratulations on that. What does it mean to you personally? And where do you place this accomplishment compared to all you have achieved in your career?
Like I said, it was a great honor when Trevor gave me the call, joining this group of guys, being alongside them. I got a chance to play this tournament in 2009, but this is different. This is different. This is it's been a learning experience. It's been a fun one, and going back to Trevor, being around Trevor's communication, Trevor's attention to detail has been overwhelming, to be honest. It's been so much fun to be around him. The way he communicates with the team, the way he communicates with us, the assistant captains. It's been a very cool experience. I hope this is not my first time, my first and only. I wanna help this team moving forward, and from a personal point of view, I mean it's pretty special. I mean you take certain things for granted when you're younger. I can tell you that. When I played this tournament in 2009, I was young, and you take things for granted. Now that you're here as an assistant captain, you realize how special it is. You realize how special it is to be part of this teams. You realize how special it is to live this moments, and man, it's been a blast.
We have time for one.
Pressure's on. This one was for Mike. Mike, a lot of people are going to be, I guess, meeting or getting exposed to Taylor Pendrith this week for the first time, and I was just wondering if you have any insight on his background, who he is as a player, as a guy.
Well, yeah, I think people are going to, come to know Taylor Pendrith this week and going forward. Very impressed with his game. I think you guys all know how long he is, and that's what's talked about. But he has a good, well-rounded game. You watch him hit iron shots, pitching, putting. He's a very good player, and he's kind of the modern build of player now. Powerful, with all the shots. You know, that's what does well on the PGA Tour now. So I suspect he's going to have a great career, and he fits well in our team. He's a very likable guy, easy to pair up with anybody, and I think he's really enjoyed himself and fit in quite nicely. So I'm really enjoying watching his game. I hadn't played much golf with him, or hadn't played any golf with him at all, and watched his game very much just through Danny Saul, who caddies for Corey Connors, and knowing Corey, they've been telling me about his game for years, but to see it up in person live is impressive. And you could put him on the range against anybody, and you'd be like, is that guy the number one player in the world, or going to be? You know, and I mean, it's that impressive. So excited that he's on the team.
Okay, we want to thank the 4 assistants and wish you all the best for the rest of the week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.